Where did you travel to?
Okay, on my Round Square Service project, I traveled to Honduras, which is in Central America.
What was the objective of your Round Square International Service project?
My Round Square Service project, the point of our project was to build a building, a structure, to be a dry food storage area for 120 children who live in this small village who are under the care of the organization that we partnered with.
What was the favorite part of your trip?
The favorite part of my trip is a very hard question. I enjoyed every aspect of my trip, every aspect from when the students arrived and I met them at the airport in Tegucigalpa, all the way through to when we were working together on the work site. Everybody got along really well, so I would say just getting to meet some new students from other schools.
What was the most challenging thing that you did on this trip?
The most challenging thing, I think our biggest challenge was at the end of our project. Our weather wasn't that great. So the part where we were on the north coast and it was supposed to be sun and beaches and all that kind of stuff, and traveling to different national parks to learn about them, just finding time or finding activities to do while we were there was probably the most challenging, but nothing major. The group was fantastic, so I have there was no real challenges with them.
Thank you so much. That was a great interview.
All right.
Where did you travel to?
We first arrived in New Delhi and waited for everybody else to arrive from all the different countries that everybody was coming from. And then together we all went onto a plane to Dehradun, where we went to the Dune School and met up with a few Indian students. And from there we traveled to a small town just outside of Dehradun, and we were there for the whole project. And then afterwards we went back to the Dune School, parted from the Indian students, flew back to New Delhi, and we drove to Agra, and then we drove to Jaipur, and then we drove back to New Delhi, and we all parted from each other there.
What was the objective of your Round Square International Service project?
The objective of the project was to reconstruct this school because one of the buildings I think it had like 2 or 3 classrooms in it, had completely collapsed down. So we were there to rebuild it, so we had to go through this huge pile of stone and bricks and like just all sorts of like rubble and everything, and we had to take out all the bricks we could still use and all the stone we could still use to reconstruct the school.
What was your favorite part of your trip?
I think my favorite part of the trip was when we were working at the school. Every day we would take turns taking care and like teaching the kids of the school, and that was like a favorite part of mine. Another one of my favorite parts was going to see the Taj Mahal. It was incredibly beautiful and I loved it.
Alright, thank you so much for this interview.